Alright, so I'm on a minute early so I can make sure everything looks good. Alright. Let's see. Come on, refresh. Don't you love it when things won't refresh? There we go. Alright, hold on, I'm getting my mom set up. Y'all say hi to Mom!
You have sparkly stuff on your face.
Mom, I have sparkly stuff in my veins. You think I'm not saying that right? I am.
I think.
Okay. All right, lady, here you go. You're all set. You can go over there whenever you want to.
Okay.
Mama likes to watch the comments. So, see, they're saying, hey, Mama Sue. So she's going to go over there. And the lights bug her. Because we have these big lights so you can see the table. Because, y'all, it is like darkness over there. It is. It is like creepy darkness over there. Okay. So, yeah, it is Reindeer night. And I don't know why I was thinking it was Nutcracker night. So, okay, so Owl is going to moderate for us tonight. Isn't that right? Oh, what did I do with my phone? Oh, it's over here. Hold on, y'all. I'm still getting my stuff together. Okay. All right, lady. It's just now telling me there's motion in my office. That's funny. Okay, so tonight we're going to be doing our reindeer here. We do have a link to him. Okay, and Owl has it. It was also in the list that you had. So the list that we sent out and the list that is in. So what we're going to do every day, just so you know, if you're having trouble finding any of the videos, we are putting them in Kajabi. So that's what you registered for the class on. And there should have been some links in the emails today so that you could find it. So we'll put the list, the video, the pictures, and all the stuff every day or the day after on Kajabi just in case you missed it or whatever. So this here, y'all, look at this cute little bag she sends it in. She sends her little card with it. So see, it's Santa Marta Designs. She's on Etsy. She has a ton of these. Look how cute this is. So I like it because it has red and it has the leopard print, right? So look at this. Here's our ribbons. We have the leopard print. I swear, it almost looks like it's exactly the same, right? And then we have a little red and white, a little red and white, and more of the leopard. Okay. So we're doing options again. Y'all know one of the things that I want to impart to you is how you can make one wreath multiple listings. All right, so it's $8 to buy a sign, you know. So for $8, you can change out a sign and make a different listing. Whoo, Lord, I'm hot, y'all. So this is a lot less expensive than having to make an entirely new wreath. So it's especially good when you're doing things that are basic, right? So it's not hard to find this basic jute mesh that's in the burlap color. It's not that difficult to find the leopard. There's a lot of leopard print out this year. And then you can do one of these plush. So see, this is 3 options right here. So 1, 2, 3, and then you could do 4, put them together. 5, put them together. All right. So now that I've run my mouth on, we can get started. We're also putting these in. Look at those fabulousness. They're so cute. All right. Woo, Lordy. Y'all, it's hot. It's hot. It's really not that hot. It's just me. Yeah, see Bob's over there saying, it is not hot. So see, you can see Mom in the corner over there. See, she's sitting at my desk. Okay. Here we go. Let's just, oh, hate it when it does that. All right, so this is a burlap work wreath. All that means is that it is a work wreath in the burlap color. So we're going to do poof. And what we're going to do is we're going to do small poofs. Because we're only using the one. So one of the things that I want to show you is that you can make really nice wreaths without it costing you a blooming fortune. Okay? So we have one roll. We have our work wreath. If you don't have work wreaths, use the Dollar Tree wreath and put the ties on. Oh, me too. I love animal print. All right. So all we're going to do... Did you get the ornaments too? I know I love those ornaments, right? I do need a little fan. That's a good idea. All right, so... Yeah, it's called menopause and it stinks. All right. And I had a hysterectomy, so I had an instant menopause, which is even worse. So we just scrunch it up together, just gather it just like that. Go to your wreath base. I go right before a tie. Somebody's shooting off fireworks. That's bar, or it's a car backfiring. I don't know which. Maybe the... No, it has to be. Okay. So see, I tied off. I'm not going to use this tie until I come back around. So the reason that I do that... Oh. Well, we're going to perfect it tonight, Amanda. Yes. Yeah. They took it all, and it is terrible. Didn't know I was going to have instant menopause. Don't know why I didn't know. Just didn't know. Alright, so if you're having trouble doing your poofs, let's look at a little trick, okay? Y'all know I like tricks. Alright, go from this tie, pull it straight across to this second tie. You don't want a big poof there. You're kind of pulling it straight across. This is 10 inches, okay? So there is a little bit more than 4 inches between your ties. So if you pull it over to the second tie, you have a nice small poof. And if you do that each time, you're going to have a consistent poof. Okay, so tie it off. You want to tie it off one good time, so a full twist. Alright, so remember, you can either measure it out on your mat 10 inches, or you can go across. See how it's exactly the same? I like to do things quickly, so I feel like doing it all the way across is much easier. Just like that. Make sure, yeah, that's fireworks. Make sure that you keep your little pieces tucked under. So this little rough edge, it really will make your poofs kind of start to look odd. But if you keep them tucked under, all right, and don't let them do this little twisting thing, then your poofs will come out much nicer. So that's one of the things that will cause it to start looking funky, is these start turning and curling where they shouldn't. So when you're making a poof, take your time, because it is a great one to know. It does take a little bit longer if you do it the right way, but you'll be happier with it. I used to get so frustrated in the beginning when I first started making these that my poofs would all look different. And it's because I wasn't slowing down and I wasn't taking the time to tuck that piece in and to make sure it was going to stay where it was supposed to stay. You know, sometimes it would be up on the top. Sometimes it would be off to the side. And then I couldn't get the poof to pull out right. And so it would really frustrate me. Yeah, they twist and shout, they do. So you just have to take the time to straighten them out before you start. And then your next poof will be fine. Because they do get twisted as you're working with them. Somebody's doing fireworks over here. That's kind of funny. Okay. So see how these are all nice and small? Alright. And listen, if you like starting from the top and not from the bottom, that's totally okay. It's a preference thing. Alright, so we go all the way across to the second one. So see, here's where we started. I don't know that very many other people do it the way that I do it. There's a reason I do it this way. It's because I don't like to see where I started and where I stopped. I also don't like the weird little poof you can get if you don't tie it down. So if you don't do it like me, that's okay. I pull mine up to the top and I tie it down. It just gives a nice clean look. It makes my poofs more consistent. And it hides all my mechanics. Alright, so when I get to the top, same thing. See, I'm not going to use this first tie, but I am going to take a second to open all these ties up. So one of the things that I think is great, especially when you're first starting out, is to just make some basic bases, and then it's really easy just to change it out to give it a completely different look, because different ribbons and different signs and different embellishments are going to make it look different. But you're starting with a basic design, right? So the poof is your basic design. And if you use these smaller ones, you don't need more than one roll. You just don't need it. See how that one wanted to pop up there? Then our poof would have looked funky. So you just got to pay attention to what they're doing. Make sure they're not going to pop up and cause you problems. If your poofs are looking odd, make sure that those edges are going under and not sticking up, because that's what's causing that. Hello, Sharon from Nova Scotia. How are you? Oh, awesome. Oh, okay. So I saw a post today. I think it was Christine, or can't remember exactly, but she said she really wanted to do this as a business, but she was afraid of the record keeping and the taxes. So I wanted to talk about that for a minute. Okay, so the record keeping part is really not as difficult as you think it is. Oh, awesome. And the taxes. So if you sell on Etsy, Etsy collects and remits the taxes. So what does that mean? That means that you do not have to collect taxes from your customers, and you don't have to fill out the tax forms to send to the government. Etsy takes care of that. So when you're first starting out, my suggestion is you sell either on Etsy or Amazon Handmade, because they take care of the taxes. So you don't have to go through the steps of getting all of those taxes done. And taxes is definitely one of the things that I think is a little bit more difficult than some of the other things. As far as bookkeeping goes, there's actually a QuickBooks program that you can get when you have your Etsy. And it makes it easy. You can kind of link them together. I teach a lot of this in my business group. Okay, so now we're going to take this and we're going to do the same thing, except this time we're going to go to the bottom, back to the bottom. Just this one. We'll go from the top to the bottom. And it's okay because we're going to spread it out and it's going to create a middle section, okay? All right. You can also tie it down to this middle piece. Let me show you that. All right. You can take this and you can come, there is a middle bar. All right. I just want to make sure I don't get this tie. Uh-oh. Hold on. I got the tie stuck behind here. Okay. So I can take my zip tie and I can tie it onto this middle rack. Okay. And then I'll have that weird poof thing from the top to the bottom. There we go. Y'all know I like my zip ties. Alright, so then we're going to go over to, just like we have been, we're going to go back into the bottom one. Let me pull this around a little bit so you can see it. Alright, and then we make a distinct third section. And what this does is, one, it uses up some of the rest of your mesh. I don't like to have a whole lot of extra mesh because I don't find myself using it very often. Now, if it's just very basic mesh like this, then I may, but okay. So you're just still doing a 10-inch poof. All right, you're tying it in the bottom. Okay, but you're fluffing it in the middle like that. So you see how much larger it's already starting to make our wreath. So it really plumps the wreath up. Okay, gives that whole extra level. Yeah, we're going to be giving a coupon code for y'all if you want to join the design group. But only the people in the class are getting that. So, okay. So if you want to get the group, the code is HWM group. Just HWM group. And that puts it down to $14.99. And that is what your rate would be, but you only get it if you're in this class, so. And we have 3 other designers besides myself. Yeah. So we just keep doing the same thing. Okay. See how that likes to sneak out there? And I just have to put it back and say, nope, you can't do that. I'm the boss. I'm the boss that doesn't get to play. But you see how much fuller this makes it? Then it doesn't really look like you only have one mesh on here. You're creating a third layer. We still have plenty of tie left because we're using the thin tie. I like the thin tie much better. It's just my favorite. It's called pencil tie, and it's because there's so much more tie on it that it allows you to do extra things. Okay, so see, this is the last. So I'll get one more zip tie out. Hello. All right. So see, we just go over to the next one. Put it down. tie it back off, and then I take this piece and I sneak it through the center, pull it in. Okay. Then we flip over, tie it off. So there are 18 ties on this. Okay, so that means I cut 18 ribbons, and they're all cut at 12 inches. I like to use 12 inches if I'm just doing a wreath. So a good rule of thumb is to go 2 to 4 inches above your wreath. So these are 10-inch loops, so 12 inches plenty. Okay, so when I say 2 to 4 inches, I mean above the loop size or the ruffle size. So if you're making ruffles, 12 inches works really well. So I like to mix the color, so I spread them out. I don't want both of the leopards together and both of the reds together, because then it just kind of disjoints it. You really want to kind of mix your colors together so you can get more consistency with it. Oh, awesome. I love these bases. I like to start on the bottom. It doesn't mean you have to. All right. So we're going to tie it a good couple times and spread it out. Now, one thing you can do is you can spread them like this. So sometimes when you have poofs, it makes it a little easier to spread it down. You can even kind of still layer them on top of each other. So when you get everything up and you're getting ready to do pictures, it takes pictures really, really well if you do them like this. See, there's one of our wonderful designers, Melissa. Is Rachel on here? Or Susan? All right. If you have trouble with ribbon, okay, you're going to pinch it in the middle, all right, and then you're going to just take it under your hands like this. So this is wired ribbon. You really want wired ribbon. There are things you can do to non-wired ribbon, but you're just not going to get the same effect, all right? And then pull it and kind of tuck your hand under it like that. You see that? Like that. So one of the things that you have to remember with ribbon is it's going to do essentially what you tell it to do. So it's going to do what you direct it to. So let me show you. All right, so we pinch it up. No, Rachel, it's not. So the money is due whenever you sign up. So if you sign up, what's today? Today's the 14th. If you signed up on the 14th, it would be due on the 14th. Yes, so I'm kind of mixing them together, right? So I have the leopard on top, then the leopard on the bottom, then the leopard on top, so that you get that consistent mix all throughout. If you kind of do just leopard and then red, it breaks it up too much. All right, so watch this. If I want this ribbon to kind of come back a little bit, it will if I just take my hands and I move it back that way. So you see that? So there are different ways that you can make your ribbon do what you want it to. But you can't do that if your ribbon isn't wired. So you really, really need the wired ribbon, and you really need good ribbon. So it's better to invest just a tiny bit more in the better quality ribbon. So what I mean, don't buy the silks if you can help it. Canvas is good. Anything with glitter is good because that glitter stiffens it up. What you're looking for is ribbon that's a little bit stiff. So you see how when I make that little indent, it stays right there. I love wired ribbon too. Yeah. So y'all, Casey is out on a date with her husband tonight. How about that? It's pretty nice, huh? Okay. One of the things that I used to have the most trouble with is the ribbon just staying where I wanted it to. And what I learned is you tie it in tight enough and it'll do what you want it to. Because it's not going to have a choice, because you have it anchored in and it has no choice but to do what you tell it. So don't be afraid to tell the ribbon what to do. You're the boss. I am a ribbon holic too. You can ask my mom. She's seen how much ribbon I have. She hasn't even seen it all. And all my ribbon's going to be in one place soon. I'm so excited. I'm going to have like a ribbon extravaganza. Oh, that's funny. I think we kind of all are a little bit of ribbon holics, because ribbon's what makes everything look so pretty. Right? So see, the reason that I'm kind of bending it like that is because I know it's going to stay. And if I accidentally bump into it with my body, it's still going to look like that. So whenever y'all take pictures, make sure that you go back through and you touch all of your ribbons again. Because one of the things that really makes a picture stand out when you're doing your wreaths is that all the ribbon is going in the direction that it should. So don't worry a whole bunch about your ribbon until you get ready to take that picture. Yeah, you have to just manhandle it. That's right. You have to tell it who's boss. Okay. There we go. All right. So we've got the bottom ribbon in. Let's do the top. So on the top, I'm going to crisscross it. On the bottom, it's really hard to crisscross it just because you have poofs above it, and that tends to push it down. Now on the top, I like my largest ribbon to go in the center. That's where you tied your poof. That's where there's the most room. So it's not going to have a big problem with that poof. The smaller ones tend to sit on top a little bit better than the big ones do. If you have two big ones, then it's not really going to matter. 2 to 4 inches above the poof, yes. So if you made 10-inch poofs, you would want, you know, starting at 12-inch. If you make 15-inch poofs, then usually 14-inch pretty much does it, but you kind of have to measure and see. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah. The second row of ribbons is on the top. So we put the ones on the bottom. It is kind of on the third. It's really not on the third row, so it's really in between. So see, here's the top, here's the middle, and here's the bottom. Okay, and the ribbons are going in between. So they're really on the bottom. And one of the reasons that I'm pulling the ribbon out to the front on the bottom is because we're going to be putting some of these down there, okay? So trying to move the ribbons when I'm getting ready to put down there. I know, don't you love that polka dot? I do too. I like the red and white too. I just like anything with glitter. Glitter, glitter. And there are a bunch of my cubbies in here if you want to ask them what my groups are like. They'll tell you. My group is a lot like this, where I really talk you through everything. You got a new door? Okay. There we go. Oh, let me tell y'all what we're doing for your little gifts tonight. Okay, so we will be doing a bow maker in a little bit. I got my door at Lowe's. It was only like $30, $25 or $30. I had to paint it. So we're going to do a bow maker in here. And then we're going to do a ribbon set. And the ribbon set is just going to be on all the people who have signed up. So make sure if you have not signed up through Kajabi that you do that. There's a link in here to it. There's a link in here to it because what we want to do is be fair. So one is chosen inside the live and one is chosen outside. Okay? That way everybody has a chance. Because not everybody can make a live. And it is going to be a Holly Jolly ribbon set. It is 12 2.5 size Christmas ribbon. It's 12 Christmas ribbon, full rolls. Ta-da! Okay, so you see how we have the red and the leopard print kind of all spread around. Okay, so that's why we do that. We don't want it clumped, which doing groupings is great when you're doing a an arrangement or a centerpiece or something like that, but not in a wreath. Okay? All right. Is Regina on here? Oh, you know what? Have you tried taking pictures in your garage with the door open or just right outside? Wow, these are good too. Look, they're glued down. All right, so I'm going to cut all these little fabric pieces off. We don't need those. We're going to make our bow here in a second. Okay. So y'all know, these came from Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby has everything half off. This is all half off. That's why I got a lot of our stuff at Hobby Lobby. And if you did try to order anything from Carolina Pottery, make sure you sign up for their Life Club because they give you 20% off. You need the ribbon and the bow maker. Well, we'll be giving something away every day, so. No, you can never have too much. All right, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting our little ornaments here. You see that? How cute is that? Oh, and they're so soft and yeah. And of course they're shatterproof. There's no glass or anything on them. But let's make our bow first. And look, I want you to see just how perfect this fits inside there. Look at that. Oh, I think Mama's over there making noises, y'all.
Yes.
Are you thinking you're claiming this one?
I'm really liking this.
Yeah, we better hide it before Dan comes. My brother, he loves natural type stuff. So anytime I make anything that has like burlap stuff on it, he tries to sneak it home. All right, so let's see. Let's do the red on the bottom. And we don't have any patterns tonight. So, y'all, she does a really fabulous job with these little cute embellishments. She has it with a whole bunch of different patterns on the ears. We're going to be doing one of these on YouTube soon, but it's silver and white. And then I have, this is one of my group members. This is another one of my group members. Look at this one. See, this could also work well. See that? All right. Okay, bow. No distraction here. All right, so let's do, let's make a drama bow. Want to? All right. So 18-inch tail. Oh, I love this ribbon so much. It's so cute. Hello. I love ribbon too. It's just my favorite. Okay. So we'll do a 6-inch loop right there. 6-inch on this side. Okay. 6-inch and 6-inch. All right. I'm gonna pull it out, trim it off. Okay. So let's dovetail this. You could also do, so if you think you're gonna curl the bottom of your ribbon, cut it at an angle. It does better. You can also fold it over and then curl it up. So sometimes that works even better because that little heavy end. Okay. All right. Let's do one of this. Y'all, this has the most interesting texture. I mean, it's like, what would you describe it as, Mom? It's almost a little bit furry, but it's very stiff. What did you say? What bow maker?
I like it.
Wait, I didn't get to see it. I saw something pop up. The reindeer came from Santa Marta Designs. Are you in here, Kathy? Kathy, if you're in here, throw your link out. Okay, so pinch, twist in the middle. Want it to be the same size. Okay. All right, so we just want to match the same size. Okay, so 6-inch, 6-inch. We're just doing one. There we go. Pull it out. Trim it off. Yeah, I think this is from Carolina Potter. Yep, it is. It's RG0831424. Okay, throw your link out for your reindeer, please. She has a lot of cute ones. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 with this one. So let's do, we always like to do longer ones with the 1.5 inch just because I really like to curl those up. Okay, so let's go a little bit smaller, about 5.5 maybe. Okay, there we go. If I'm not sure, I can fold them up and see if they're the same size. Okay. But y'all, mostly I just eyeball it. because if it's not exactly the same, you're not really going to be able to tell. Okay, as long as one side is not drastically larger than the other, you're not going to be able to tell. Okay, so spread these out. Okay, and then we're going to finish off with this one. Okay, so I want to come back with that leopard print and make it the last thing we see. You can also even do a little bit smaller inside here. Okay, that. I love to have little ones in the center. And if you wanted to do just one, you would just do one loop and then pull it and tie it off. Or cut it off. Block the tie. Alright, there we go. Okay. So we'll get a zip tie out. Alright, we want to run it under the entire thing. Get it started. Just want to get enough to get it out of the bow maker. Alright. Oh, here, I can show y'all one of the things that one of my designers made. So one of my designers, she shows us how to paint, and she made this. Isn't this adorable? So we're going to be doing something with that soon. We have some talented people. Alright. So I will grab a pipe cleaner. So always remember to hold that bow down. This zip tie is 12 inches long. I like to get longer zip ties because I want to have plenty of room to work with. Okay. And sometimes my bows are kind of thick, so I need a thicker. Alright, so just going to kind of pull it out a little bit. Get them in place before I completely tighten it. Alright, I want these to be directly in the middle. All of my tails to be down in the front. Okay. Then we can tighten it really tight. Keep that on. Keep your two pipe cleaners back here so that you can use this to fluff it out. Okay. So remember, we got to break the bow. So we tightened it really tight. And the reason we do that is, do you see how this is kind of squashed up in here? How it's all wrinkled up in there? If I just do this, I mean, that looks pretty good, right? But if I do this, that looks even better. All right, so that's why we break the bow. We're getting those little pieces that are stuck in that zip tie or wire or whatever you're using, and we're breaking it from the center so that it has more room to fluff up. Okay? And don't be afraid to really just be tough with your bow. You're the boss. You're the boss of the bow. Always start from the bottom and go up. Okay, then we're gonna pull out all of our tails. Okay, like this. We can trim this off. All right, so we have our bow. Alrighty. Now, sometimes when you're making these, your little zip tie will show. If that bothers you, you can take one of your ribbons, tie it, just cut a little piece off, fold it in half, And you can tie it right around the center so that you can't see the mechanics. Y'all, I'm terribly bad about not doing this. It's just, I don't know why I don't do it, but really it is a great thing to do because it does give it a more finished look to your bow. Alrighty. Alright. So we got our drama bow. Let's see, should we put our drama bow on the bottom? Let's look. Alright, so we can put this guy over here and our bow towards the bottom, or we can make it level with him. We could even put one of the signs up here. We can put the bow kind of in the middle with this guy on the side. A sign up here if you wanted. Hi. I love drama bows. Okay.
Me too.
It's my favorite. Let's curl these suckers up. So remember, you're just kind of going up like that. You can go straight up just like this. I just stick my thumbs in there and then just work my way up, and then I just gently pull it out, and it gives you such a wonderful curl. Yeah, the sign too, I know. See, this is the thing. Everybody's taste is different, right? So you're going to have people who want things way over the top. Yes, it was Rachel's. That snowman is Rachel's. So some people are going to want it way over the top. Some people are going to want it simple. So that's why you can use these things to make multiple listings. Because you may have someone who absolutely loves leopard print, but they don't want 15 things. They want just a bow. Okay, so you could just do this, put the bow in the center, and you're done. So you see that? So if you wanted to do a bow in the center, I kind of talked about this a little bit last night. You take pipe cleaners, okay, and what you do is you flip it over, and right here, you kind of have to put a couple together, but you go just like this, and you make an X, and then you tie your bow down into the X. Yeah, so it's multiple ways. It is, some of it's like this. Some of it is a zoom. A lot of them are lives, but we do have a couple Zoom calls that we do as well. And then you can come in and talk. The business group is pretty much all Zoom calls, so it's all, you know, back to back where we talk to each other. All right, so what do we like? Side to side? What you think, Ma? Side to side?
Yeah.
Bottom?
Side by side.
Side by side. Okay, we'll do side by side. All right, so with this one, because we have a plushie, I kind of want the bow to kind of sink down into the wreath, so I'm just going to tie it down. If I didn't, tie it where the poof is, because that is going to do what I showed you last night where we put the mesh on the bottom. So if you want your bow to puff up when it's on your wreath, tie it where your poof is, okay? And you don't want to tie it down too tight because then you'll kind of defeat the purpose of getting it there. Okay, so we'll refluff a little bit. Okay, spread them out, fluff them up. We still got our cute little curlies. We can spread out our ribbons. See, look, so already we have a really nice Very easy to make wreath, okay? This can be one listing right here. Boom, you're done. This can be one listing, okay? This can be one listing. All right, so that's 3, right? Then we can put these on. So you see how you can take pictures as you go, and you can use that to make multiple listings. It's especially good to do if you use supplies that you know you can easily get again. Hold on, I'm getting my... All right, let's get my glue pot in. All right, so first let's look at it with this guy. He is so cute. Oh my gosh, I love him so much. All right, so we're gonna do a little surgery on him. Yes, we must do the surgery. And we're gonna put these guys in. Now, I think I have one for both groups. But to join the double group, it's $29.98, so it essentially is the same thing. Okay. If you join the business group, you automatically get the design group. In other words. Okay. La 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 la. Okay. All right, so I'm just taking some wire off. Let's kind of zoom back in here. Okay, well, maybe not that much. Okay, hold on. I swear, it reacts to my fingers like, hello. I'm not trying to go that fast. All right, so if you have trouble, get yourself some of these little needles. So if I'm doing something with fabric, I use quilting needles. It has this little curve on it, and I use the small one. Okay, see how I can just, and then I can pull the wire through just like I'm sewing. Pretty awesome. You can get these at any craft store. Okay. All right. I think the other one we'll put in his hat. If I'm going through grapevine, I use these plastic ones. These are called weaving needles. They work really well. Yes, you just deactivate the other listing if one sells. And see, the wonderful thing about it is if you deactivate a listing, you can go through and list it again. And you don't have to pay that 20 cents again as long as it's within 3 months. Susan is another designer, yes. Yep. I'll share some of the stuff that they have done so y'all can see. Okay, there we go. See how much faster it is than trying to like, you know, use an awl and put a hole through it or whatever. Yeah, this is so much faster. Okay, I'll get that out later. I just like using these little tools because they're just so much easier. All right. So what I do is I'll take the wire and I'll just go in between the mesh and around the center, and I'm just going to tie it to the frame. So you always want to tie it to the frame whenever you can because it's just going to hold it better. It's going to secure it better. Hey, there's our other designer. And she's so stinking funny. She just cracks me up. And she's so talented. She does all these rails, and they're just amazing. I love it. All right. So you can see here what I did. So I went on each side, and then I just go to this ring, and I just tie the wire around. It's so much faster and easier. I mean, it used to take me forever to put signs and embellishments on, and then I realized I was just making it too hard. So I look for the easiest point of entry, and that's where I go. Because there's no need to make it more complicated than it already is. Right? No need to stress. Don't stress over the little things. If you have one that's falling down, make sure when you're tying it in the back that you're pulling it in an up direction. So tie it above where it is. Same thing with your bows. If your bows are sinking, tie them so that they're pulling upwards, and that'll help pull that up. The reindeer is from Santa Marta Designs. You want to throw your link out again, Kathy? Okay. Woo! I just poked myself. Don't do that. It happens. All right. Now, see my glue? All right. Now look here. I was talking to y'all about the glue the other day. Right? Okay, look. You see how this glue is? Can you see it? It's pretty thick. That's how you want your glue to be. You don't want it to be runny. You want it to be a little bit thicker. If it's runny, it's too hot. And I'm going to tell you what, if it's runny, it's going to burn the snot out of you because it hurts so bad. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take these ties. I'm going to take one, make a little hole, then I'm going to run this in glue. I'm going to put it through that little hole, and then I'm going to tie this piece around it. Okay, these have pretty good little pieces. We could also try to tie it through here. Just be careful that you don't get yourself with glue. Yeah, that worked. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're going to put those on the bottom. I feel like a lot of times the bottom gets missed. And you really want to do the bottom because it gives your wreath a ton more dimension and interest. So it's things like this that keep people's eye moving around so that it's more appealing, right? You want it to be as appealing as possible. Okay. And little things like this just kind of up the game, right? So you saw what it looked like before we put this on. Okay. And you see it starts to bring that color up here. And you're not going to have to use as many as you would think because your bow is covering a huge part and then your reindeer is covering a huge part. So it's not as many as you would think. So I'm just getting the ones that are not covered by either the bow or the reindeer. Okay. Woo, hot. You see? Got a couple more places. Hold on, I got glue stuck to me. Yep, it happens. So luckily these are already glued down, so I'm not worried about putting glue on the little piece that it's on because it's already glued to this fabric. Yeah. I do too. I love the little ornaments, don't you? All right. So are we ready to do a bow maker? Who feels like a bow maker? Got these nice, beautiful bow makers that Regina gave us. Was so extraordinarily generous and kind. They really do elevate, right? All right, Pat. it Pat Generous? It's yours. You're the first person I saw. And don't forget, I will do a random generator tonight for the ribbon set. And then we'll post it in here who got it. Make sure I have your address stuff. So email me at Lori@hardworkingmom.com so I can get you your bow maker out. And when I announce in the group, make sure you send me your address so I can send out the ribbons. Okay? And we still have two more. We still have 2 more. Yes, that's it. Thank you, Al. All right. Now, what did I do with this? Oh, you could still add a sign, just like this. Yes, I hear you, Bob. We're going through options. Y'all, she was so funny when she came and saw the black and white one. I was taking different pictures of it, and she likes it better without the sign, which I get. I like it too. But I want y'all to have options because some people like it way over the top. So you want to have some options for way over the top, some for not way over the top. Okay. I have one more of these I want to add. And here's the thing. If you do not have a ton of money to spend on having embellishments like this, and they're so gorgeous, then a sign is a really good option. So I want you to see that you have options of what you can make and what you can list. I know, I love the signs too. They turned out so cute. Y'all, that's something I teach in my group, how to make the signs. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff we're going to be showing with sublimation. We also have a Cricut teacher. Yes, they are my signs. So, y'all, I list these signs in my shop. And, yes, you can. Have I tried Diet Dr. Pepper with cream? I haven't. So, these are always listed in my shop. I do sell the signs separately. I sell ribbon, kits, and these ribbons, these signs are always on. There's a special on them all the time. If you buy 5 signs, you get the 6th one free. So, alright, so there's other things you can do to kind of elevate it even a little bit more. Alright, so you can get some nice little greenery with some sparkly stuff on it. And you can add that in. Can you see? Like this. So these are just options. So this is really cute because it has the little pine cones on it. So let me show you. So if you didn't want to do ornaments, you could do greenery. So greenery is another great way to really add some cute accents. Is Diet Dr. Pepper your drink too? I love it. I drink way too much of it. So it's a great way to do little accents in your wreath. And so you can make it look so different just by changing out some of the stuff. Yeah, the small sawgrass is about $500. But there are other options. You can get an Epson printer and convert it. You can also sometimes find the Sawgrass 400 on eBay, and they have it for like $300, $350. Yeah, so I'll tell you what I'm not talented in. This. I can't paint to save my life. So there you go. It can't. I just can't do it. I stink at painting and I don't like it. I cannot draw. Now, I can draw with my computer because I can use shapes and whatever to make these things. But I cannot draw with paper and pen. It just doesn't happen. Dr. Pepper makes you hiccup? Oh, that's so funny. All right, so what do y'all think? Do you like the greenery? I know what your answer is.
I'm no.
I know you're no. Yes, but if I was going to do greenery in a piece like this, I would want something that had some cute natural elements in it. Like something with a small pine cone. So this is eucalyptus leaves. This is a little bit of like a juniper bush. And it all has this little bit of sparkle on it. So it would pick up the sparkle that's in these ribbons here. But we're actually just going to stick with our ornaments because it's going to keep our price down, but it's really going to make a nice big statement with our wreath. Okay, so we're going to put one last one in right here. Okay, ouch, hot. See, I told y'all my glue is too hot. All right, there we go. And then you could just kind of do a little to fan out your ribbons a little bit. See, like that. All right, and then you can take your pictures. You can switch out your signs, right? The biggest thing I wanted to show you is you do not need a ton. So what did we use, right? We used one roll of mesh. We used one ribbon frame. We used maybe half of the ribbon that we had. We had 4 ribbons. All right, and then we used this reindeer and we used these picks. Okay, so it's not, well, ornaments. It is not terribly expensive, but it's a gorgeous wreath. See, and look how much drama that bow gives it. You see that? So that really makes it high-end. And the reason it's high-end is because we have these long draping tails. So this is really what makes it much more high-end. And then, of course, you can always add in a sign. See how we can just add a little sign right above him? You see, Ma?
Yeah.
She's like, yes. So Sawgrass comes with software, but honestly, I don't like it. I like Corel Draw, but you can use Adobe Illustrator. So Adobe Illustrator, I think, is like $19 a month, and but I do train on how to use the software that Sawgrass comes with. But you can use Silhouette software. You can use Inkscape, which is free. You can use GIMP, which is also free. So there are programs out there that will help you not have to spend so much money. But here's the thing. What you have to do is you have to sit down and you have to say, okay, so if I spent $500 on a machine and it's going to cost me this amount of money to make, I know my mom's funny, it's going to cost me this amount of money to make a sign, so this is the profit I'm going to have from the sign. How many of those do I have to make to pay off that machine? And then you can figure out if it's worth it or not. And y'all, I have a calculator that will tell you how many you have to sell to break even. So that's what I did when I decided to do my own signs. I sat down and I said, okay, is this something I really should do? And of course for me it was, because the biggest expense in my kits was my signs. So I started making my own signs. It also gave me a lot of flexibility to be able to make my signs to match my ribbon. So, yeah, and you can sell, if you create your own designs, you can actually sell your designs as well. So, all right, so what do we think? This is so cute.
I think it's mine.
Oh, Mama says it's hers.
That's so cute.
Okay. Okay, so if you're trying to decide between a Cricut and a Sawgrass machine, honestly, you're probably going to get more out of the Cricut, just because there's a lot of stuff you can do with the Cricut. So you can even do vinyl, you can do vinyl signs, you can do t-shirts, you can do a lot of the same stuff with sublimation, but the Cricut machine is a lot less money, so it would be a lot less initial investment, and you could use one of the Cricut, do I have mine here? Yeah, I have the tiny one, but Cricut has its own heat press, and it's, you know, small, so you can use their heat press. It works great. You can also use their heat press for doing sublimation. So you could start with the Cricut and build up and then buy the Sawgrass later. I look just like my mom. I do. Yep. What would I sell this for? That's a great question. Let's see. I'm trying to remember how much I had in this. So I would probably sell this for maybe 120, maybe 130. Yeah. So here's the thing, okay? Thank you. The Cricut supplies are not very expensive. The Sawgrass supplies can be kind of expensive. So each ink, there are 4 inks in there. Each ink is $77. Okay, so if you really are looking for an investment and your money is limited, I'd go with the thing that has the most options, and I would say that would be Cricut. Yeah, as much as I love sublimation, it is something that you can add on later, but I would start with the Cricut. Yep. Yeah, see, there's a lot of people that still use the Cricut. They say you look cute sitting there, Ma. Yeah, 125. Yep. I think the Reindeer was $29. Yeah. There are a lot of things you can do with sublimation too. If you do a search on YouTube, you can kind of get an idea of what both of them can do. Yep. So, I know, see, y'all can see, I'm going to end up with my mother's hair, so this is why I went blonde, because it's starting to get white. $23.99. There you go. That's how much the Reindeer was. Alright. See, you could do a sign. That's so cute. I love these signs. I really like this one.
I like those too.
I just like the leopard print. Oh, these ribbon measuring sticks, these come from Burlap Boutique. So if you just look up Burlap Boutique and it's B-O-W, I would go with the Air, honestly. The Air 2. Because you don't really need the maker unless you're doing some of the more like wood type projects or fabric. Air 2 works great. Yep. Yeah. Yep. There's a ton of stuff you can do with print and cut. that's really cool. And it looks very similar to sublimation. I like it a lot. Thank you, Owl. Thank you. All right, y'all. Did y'all have any other questions? I am making my own signs. I sure am. I make my signs. Yep. Whew, I'm hot. I'm so glad y'all are enjoying it. Yep, Boutique with a W. Yep, that's my buddy. All right, well, I'll see y'all tomorrow night. I think tomorrow night we're doing the... Are we doing the nut? I think we're doing the Nutcracker tomorrow night. That one's going to be a lot of fun. They're all fun. Etching. Yes, etching is a good thing you can do. That's really fun. Yep. You can make templates on the Cricut so that you can just keep making the same stuff over and over. Yep. All right. Y'all have a wonderful night. I'm going to take Mama home and my puppy. Y'all, look, she is totally sacked out back there. She's like, I'm just hanging out. All right. Y'all have a wonderful night. And I will see you guys tomorrow night, same time. All right. Bye, y'all. It doesn't want it. There it goes. Wait. Okay. Y'all, this Mevo's making me crazy.